Wow, 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 wow. Massive news on the right wing of politics this morning. I didn't expect to wake up to hear this news, to be honest. I thought that had all gone too far and it wasn't going to happen. What is that news? Well, Rupert Lowe of Restore Britain has put out a 12-minute video. And in that video, he is proposing, despite all of their previous differences, that Restore and Reform work together, that he and Nigel Farage put their differences behind them, and for the sake of the country, sake of the British people, sake of hopefully winning the next election, they find common ground, because they have a lot of common ground, and they work together. This is just a literal 2-minute clip that I've taken out of that longer video. I will put the full video on my YouTube page. So if you can't find it on X, if you're not on X, but you are on YouTube, then give me about an hour and I will put up the full video on my YouTube channel as well. You can go and watch that there, because the full 12 minutes is absolutely worth watching. I'm very interested to see whether people agree or disagree with what Rupert Lowe says. But the one thing you can't quibble with, he's absolutely very plain in his thinking. Have a quick watch of this clip and then I'll come back to you.
They had their chance and they failed us all. That must not be rewarded with a second opportunity. These principles of restoration will be offered to the British people on the ballot paper at the next general election, with or without your cooperation. My sole aim through Restore Britain is the implementation of a properly considered policy programme that will start the process of desperately needed restoration for our once great country. I do not care how that is done. I only care that it is done. So Nigel, my message is simple. If you are prepared to work together around serious policies, serious reform, and serious government, then so are we. Not because it's politically convenient for Restore Britain, not because it's personally easy. After the events of the last 18 months, I would certainly rather not be making this offer. But millions and millions of British people deserve a patriotic government that puts our national interest before any personal differences that you and I may have. If you disagree, that is your choice. Restore Britain will be ready for what comes regardless. I truly believe there could be sufficient common ground for our two movements to cooperate collectively, destroy the looming left-wing alliance that will finish off what hope remains for this country. We have recently shown how effectively cooperation can work locally on the Norfolk County Council. So why not at national level? In my view, failing to even try because of our own personal difficulties is simply not an option. The British people deserve nothing less than our best and sincere efforts to make it happen. Now is the time to put our differences aside and cooperate for the good of the country that we all love.
So that's the end 2 minutes or so of the message. And as you can see, what he is saying is, for the good of the country, he and Nigel Farage need to put their differences aside, need to work together, need to find a way that Restore and Reform can work together, and need to unite. The previous 8-10 minutes of that, he laid down 5 conditions. And this is where, unfortunately, I have a little bit of a sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach, because the 5 conditions essentially are that Reform adopt most of Restore's policies. So adopt their policies on illegal immigration deportations, on massive cutbacks in legal immigration, on deportation of anyone who's vaguely involved in the grooming gangs, even wives, cousins, mums, brothers, children that knew about it but did nothing. Adoption of policies. They want to hold a referendum on the death penalty. They want to stop, in his words, the Islamification of the UK, ban halal food, ban kosher food, ban the burqa, ban the niqab, ban cousin marriage, and a whole host of other things. So he set out basically a list of 5 conditions, and they're pretty hardcore conditions. And my gut instinct is that Farage won't go for this. Rupert Lowe has put him on the spot, however, because he's made it very plain and very clear that he is making this offer despite having no like for reform, despite having no like for Nigel Farage, because he feels that it's for the good of the country. So if Farage and the Reform Party reject it, then they are opening themselves up to the accusation that, well, you've got your own interests, you put your own interests first and not the interests of the country. So it's a very clever tactical chess move from Rupert Lowe. But as I say, I have a bit of a sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach that this is not going to work. I really hope it does. I genuinely hope it does. I think it needs to. It's what we've all been calling out for month after month after month now. But the conditions that Lowe has set out for that to happen are pretty tough. Is there room for wriggling? Is there room for negotiating? We don't know. But at least, hopefully, it will open up channels of negotiation. One of the other stipulations that Lowe put in is that none of the ex-Tory cabinet ministers should be part of a future cabinet. They're not going to go for that, because most of their party is made up of people like Jenrick and Suella Braverman and Danny Kruger, etc., etc. So there's no way that Farage is just going to throw them out. As I say, sadly, I hope I'm wrong. I seriously hope I'm wrong. But sadly, I don't think they'll come together. But it's a good offer. It's a serious offer. And hopefully we'll get some talks underway. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know whether you think Lowe is right. Let me know whether you think Farage and Reform will go for it. If they do go for it, how do you think that will transform British politics? Let me know whether you agree with the policies that Rupert Lowe is proposing. As I say, it's too long to put on most platforms because it's a 12-minute video. And then with my commentary on top, it's going to go up to sort of 14, 15 minutes. So I'm going to post this video first, and then I'll do some editing and give me half an hour or so, and I'll put it up on my YouTube channel. Go and watch it there.